Hey there, in today's video I'm going to give my first run impressions of the Puma MagMax Nitro. I'm making this video because I haven't reviewed any Puma shoes, even though I've wanted to. For a variety of reasons I haven't, and I was looking for a super comfortable shoe to replace my Nike Invincible 3s, and I decided to test these. Now, as always, this video might be long. There are chapters down below, so you can skip on through to the bits you might be interested in. Let's get going. To test the shoes, I went for initially a 5k run in County Clare in Ireland, and then yesterday I went 27 kilometers up and down the hills of County Dublin, long run training around on a variety of surfaces: pavement, road, light trail and sand. Puma say that the shoe weighs 290 grams, 10.23 ounces in the UK size 8. This shoe is a US 13, EU 47, UK 12, CM 31. In this size it weighs in the left shoe 370 grams, 13.05 ounces, and in the right shoe 372 grams, 13.12 ounces. It has a 46mm stack height. It has an 8mm drop. Puma say this about the MagMax Nitro: experience an exhilarating bounce like never before with the MagMax Nitro TM. Boasting an impressive amount of cutting-edge nitrofoam technology, these shoes will effortlessly propel you from 1 mile to the next, filling your stride with excitement and ease. Around the foot, you'll find a comfortable mesh, deluxe knitted tongue and cushioned heel. Puma Grip protects the precious nitrofoam and provides top-notch traction, keeping you steady on your feet. Let's review the shoe and see if what Puma says is true. The upper of the shoe is described as what Puma call engineered mesh. It's what I would call a very plush upper. I'll stick the light into it so you can see any, how non-porous it is. I think very little light gets out, very little ventilation gets through, but that's fine. It is a plush upper on an easy day shoe rather than advanced racing day shoe. In lots of ways I find it similar to this, the Asics Gel Nimbus 25. But yeah, when I stuck the camera into the shoe to see if light would come in, yeah, it's dark in there. Not much ventilation, but it's fine. In terms of the laces and tongue, it's really straightforward. It's very like the Asics Gel Nimbus 25. It's a nice, soft knit, easily stretch when you put it on. There is a removable liner in here, and the heel is reasonably padded, not as padded as the Asics Gel 25, which would be probably my most padded shoe, but yeah, it's a comfortable upper. The midsole is, well, MagMax is what they call it. It's maximum, but it's a nitro foam rather than Puma's Nitro Elite. Their nitro foams are nitrogen infused. The Nitro Elite, I think, is more their P-Bax foam, bit more like the Nike Zoom X. The Nitro is better in its application. If it was more compressive or more like Zoom X, they would just be, you just sag into them even more than you do. There'd be probably less bounce, but there'd be lots of squishiness. So yeah, I think this is a well-judged foam for this shoe. And again, the Nitro is probably going to wear a little bit better than the Nitro Elite. And yeah, these are a shoe you're going to want to hang on to for a while. The outsole is pretty straightforward. There's mainly along this side, there's a sort of noticeable gap there, but I wear on this side, which you can kind of see that the cat is starting to wear, the blue paint is wearing off the cat and they're being worn down slightly. There's a sort of, there are lots of lugs. They're not hugely deep, but yeah, it's a reasonable, straightforward outsole. In this UK size 12, US men's 13, they weigh 370 grams, 13.05 ounces. That's similar to the Nike Invincible 3 at 375 grams, 13.25 ounces, and a little bit heavier than the Asics Gel Nimbus 25, which is 364 grams, 12.84 ounces. But the weight, well, it's impressive for a high stack shoe such as this. And in terms of stack, it's 46mm down to 38mm, an 8mm drop. In terms of design, there's nothing to write home about in this shoe. It doesn't rock the boat in any particular way, but I like it. I like the water flowing in it, the slight rocker shape, the leaping cat on the forefoot. Now, you don't see many Easter eggs on shoes, but in this one, yeah, when you pull up the heel tab, which you might do to help get on, I didn't find it necessary, but yeah, round the back, bouncy AF. Yeah, nice one, Puma. In the EU, at this stage, there are 3 men's colours available: Puma Black, Puma White, Cool Dark Grey, Puma White and Puma Silver, and then old regular Lapis Lazuli and Nitro Blue. Puma don't seem to have called them Puma Nitro Blue. The colour is not as vibrant in the shoe in reality as in some images. There's less pop. The blue is more dull than in some of the Puma imagery, but yeah, it's this is the colourway I like most. Again, in the EU, there are 3 women's colours. There's sort of the inverse of the men's. There's Nitro Blue and Lapis Lazuli. Then there is the same Puma Black, Puma White, and then there's a Pale Plum and Midnight Plum. And perhaps more colours will become available in more territories. When you're talking about a high stack, lots of foam and plush upper shoe, it's hard to really big up sustainability, but Puma do say the upper is made with at least 20% of recycled materials. It's a start, but yeah, a small start. Putting the shoe on was really easy, partly because of that lovely stretchy tongue. I didn't need the heel tab pull up at all. They're an easy shoe to get on, lace up and go out the door. I enjoyed the feel of the shoe, the running feel. I was afraid when I put them on they might be like the Adidas Adistar. These are just so hard and almost unrunnable in for me. And the shoe it's bouncier than my Invincibles, but it's a compliant bounce. It didn't feel, it was a progressive absorption and return. I mean they call them bouncy, but they don't really feel all that bouncy, which is just as well, because you don't want to bounce all over the place. They did feel absorbent and controlled, and they are very soft. I mean that's what they're for. They're very soft and possibly a little too soft for me, but I did really enjoy running in them, put them on and just forget about them, and they do exactly what they say on the tin. I ran in them in the dry, but I'd imagine on dry or damp road running they would be fine. There's enough soft little lugs, and on light trails they felt really nice, really predictable. In terms of the predicted wear, well, the upper is really solid. There's a durable midsole that's quite thick. It'll be a long way till that wears down, but yeah, the outsole is showing some wear already after my 5k and then my 27k and a bit of walking around, but yeah, I'd expect them to be pretty average in terms of wear and tear. The shoe costs €190, 180 US dollars, 170 pounds sterling, and 200 Australian dollars. And compared to some other high stack shoes, the Adidas Prime X2 Strung is about €300. The Hoka Skyward X is €230. So in that sense, they're not the same shoes, nor is the Asics Superblast, but the one that I got them to replace, yeah, the Nike Invincible 3s, they're about the same price. The buying experience was really straightforward. There's lots available on the Puma site, but I bought them from the Run Hub here in Dublin and they arrived in a couple of days. The use case for me is easy recovery runs. I expect to see a lot of people wearing these in marathons and in races just because they are so comfortable to run in. The stack height is higher than the World Athletics regulations, but I don't think that will be putting anybody off who wants to buy this shoe to run races in. I mentioned some comparisons to Adidas Prime X2 Strung. That's more of an all-out race shoe with the carbon plate. The Asics Superblast seems more of a tempo shoe, and the Hoka Skyward X it's got a plate, but it seems like an easy day shoe. I haven't run in any of those, but the one that's most close to this shoe really for me is the Nike Invincible 3 and also the Asics Gel Nimbus series, but these have more foam than either of those. Should you buy the Puma MagMax Nitro? Well, Puma say that the shoe will fill you with your runs with excitement and ease. I don't know about the excitement, but the ease, absolutely. And if you want a high stack and maximum absorption shoe, these could be the ones for you. For me, they felt like, I ran 27 kilometers yesterday in them, and that's about 17 miles. up and down hills, and they were great. I didn't bounce too much. That's one of the things. I felt they were really compliant, and if you are, I think there's probably too much foam in these for me, dare I say it. And I think if you were taller, maybe heavier, these might really suit for exactly what Puma described as easy runs. I do like the fact that Puma have described the shoe really well. They're not pretending it's the fastest shoe on earth, but yeah, it might be the most comfortable. I hope you enjoyed the video and found it useful. If you did, it would be great if you hit the like button. As always, there'll be lots of stuff in the description below, and I'll happily answer any questions you put into the comments. There'll be a big blue subscribe button popping up there, and some related videos there. Thanks for watching. Until the next video, just keep running along.